So in the last lecture, we have already seen how to evaluate the double integration if the limits are given. So we have taken three types of integration: when the first and second limit both are constant, when the first limit is function of x, when the first limit is function of y. So we have seen these three types of integrations, double integrations, and we have already evaluated that. Okay, now let us come to the next part: evaluation of double integrations when limits are not provided. So if the limits of integrals are not provided, but the region of integration is given, then we first find the points of intersection of the curves and draw the given region. And then we find out the limit of the integration. Okay, let us take the example number 1. Evaluate double integration over the region R of x square y square dx dy over the positive quadrant of circle x square plus y square equal to 1. So now here, if you see the question, the second derivative integration of the x square y square is given, but the limit of the integration is not given over here. Limit of the integration is not given over here, but it is given that we have to find out this integration over the positive quadrant of the circle x square plus y square equal to 1. So now what is the area of integration? It is the positive quadrant of the circle x square plus y square. Okay, so now if you want to find the area of integration, we have to trace the given curve, given circle. So this is the circle, this is 0, 0. Okay, and the radius of the circle is 1. So this point is what? This point is 1, 0, and this point is again 0, 1. Okay, and now here x and y are related with the help of this circle. So x and y are not independent. What it means? The one limit of either x or y has depending upon the limit other variable, and the suppose we are saying that we can write it y square is equal to 1 minus x square. So what is the value of y? It is root over 1 minus x square. Since we are considering in the positive quadrant, so this will be positive. So we can say that the limit of y depends upon x. But the value limit of x is what? If you put y equal to 0 over here, x square equal to 1 plus minus 1. But now here, since we are taking in the positive quadrant, so we will take the value of x is equal to, this is whole square. So x is equal to plus 1. Okay, so the maximum value of x is 1 and minimum value of x is 0. So we can say that the limit of x varies from x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. And the limit of y varies from when x is equal to 0. Again, we are getting y is 1 to 1, but now both the limits should not be the constant to constant. So the limit of y will depends upon y is equal to 0 to y is equal to root over 1 minus x square. Just look here. If you put x is equal to 0, what we get? Value of y is equal to 1. So now this is the limit of the integration. Let us think about here. Here the area of integration is positive quadrant of a circle x square plus y square equal to 1. This gives us y square is equal to 1 minus x square, which implies y is equal to root over 1 minus x square. Hence, x varies from x equal to 0 to x is equal to 1, and y varies from y is equal to 0 to y is equal to root over 1 minus x square. So this is very important point. If you want to find the limit, we have to first search. So what is the area of integration over here? Area of integration is only the first quadrant, this part. This is the area of integration. So clearly here, what is the minimum value of x? It is in this part, x equal to 0. Minimum value of y is equal to 0. And maximum value of x is 1. And maximum value of y is what? It is according to the circle. Definitely if x is equal to 0, then value of y is equal to 1. So what is the value of I? I is equal to double integration of x square y square with respect to x and y under the region R. So here we can write it x is equal to 0 to x equal to 1 and y equal to 0 to y is equal to root 1 minus x square. Okay, and now first we have to since just look here. This is limit for y. So what we will do? We will first integrate with respect to y. This is limit for y equal to 0 to y is equal to root of 1 minus x square. So we will first integrate with respect to y. So what is the integration of y square? It is y cube by 3 under the limit 0 to root 1 minus x square. And we write x square dx as it is. Again, let us put the limit over here. If we put the limit 0 to 1 minus x square and whole to the power 3, x to the, now just look here, what is the value of y? Y is root over 1 minus x square and whole to the power 3. So how we can write it? 1 minus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. Okay, this can be written as 1 minus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. Okay, and if you put the lower limit, what is the lower limit? If you put lower limit is 0. So if you put y equal to 0, ultimately it will become 0. So this is what we are getting this step. So now if we simplify it once more, let us take 1 upon 3 outside. We have taken 1 upon 3 outside. Then 0 to 1 x square, this x square we have taken before the this expression, and 1 minus x square whole to the power 3 by 2. Okay, is it clear? This part is right. Let us go to the, let us simplify this part. We have taken such type of examples in tutorial number 1. If you have remember about it, and we have taken such type of examples in tutorial number 1. So now let us take it. Now this is a circle, x square plus y equal to 1. Now let us put x is equal to sine t. Then what is dx? Cos t dt. If x varies from x equal to 0 to x equal to 1, then t varies from t equal to 0 to t equal to pi by 2. Just look here. What we have put, x is equal to sine t. So what is dx? Dx is equal to cos t dt. Correct. And what is the limit? X and t. If x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, what is the value of sine 0? Sine 0 is 0. If x is equal to 1, this one, x is equal to 1, then what is the value of t? This is sine pi by 2. 1 means what? So it is sine pi by 2, sine 90. So what is the value of t? It is pi by 2. So what we are getting, what is the limit of this integral? It is 0 to pi by 2. Okay. So 1 upon 3, this multiplied by 0 to pi by 2 sine square t, 1 minus sine square t whole to the power 3 by 2, and cos t dt, because dx is equal to cos t dt. We have taken this part. We substituted x is equal to sine x sine t, it is sine square t. Then x is equal to what? Again it is sine square t, x square is therefore, and whole to the power 3 by 2, and dx is equal to cos t dt. Now let us simplify it. What is 1 minus sine square t? It is cos square t, and cos square t whole to the power 3 by 2. So this 2 and 2 will cancel. So we are getting, this is sine square t, and this is what it is, sine cube t, and it is cos t. So this is what? Cos to the power 4t. So this is sine square t, cos cube to the power 4t dt. Now we have to integrate it. So for this integration, we use the beta function. We have already studied in the last year. So what is the expression for beta function? So this is the one formula. Integration under the limit 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power pt cos to the power qt dt is equal to 1 upon 2 beta of this p plus 1 by 2 and q plus 1 by 2. This is the formula. So we have to just learn this formula. Integration under the limit 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power pt cos to the power qt is equal to 1 upon 2 beta of p plus 1 by 2 and q plus 1 by 2. Okay. Okay, what is this? What is this? 2 plus 1 by 2 means what? It is 3 by 2 and it is 5 by 2. So we can write it 1 by 3 into 1 by 2 beta of 3 by 2 and 5 by 2. Okay, again we know that beta of mn is equal to what? It is gamma m divided by gamma m plus n. And again, we apply the formula. What is gamma n plus 1? It is n gamma n, and gamma 1 by 2 is equal to root pi. So these are the standard values of the beta function. So we have already studied in the last semester. So I think you should revise it. If you don't revise it, you should learn only this thing. These are the very important point, and it is sufficient for us. Okay. So what is the value? What is beta of? This is what beta of 3 by 2, 5 by 2. So how we can write it? If we apply this formula, what is this? Gamma of 3 by 2, gamma of 5 by 2 divided by gamma of 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. This is the value of this part. Okay. So what we have? 1 by 6. This 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 is 1 by 6. Beta of gamma of 3 by 2, gamma of 5 by 2, and gamma 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Okay. Again, can we write gamma 3 by 2 as 1 by 2 plus 1? Because if you simplify it, what it will become? 3 by 2. 1 plus 2 by 2 means 3 by 2. So we can write it. It can be written as by using this formula. What is gamma n plus 1? It is n gamma n. So what is the value of n over here? N is 1 by 2. So it is 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2. 1 by 2 gamma n by 2. So now it is what? It is written that 1 by 2 plus 1. It is written 1 by 2 plus gamma 1 by 2. Similarly, gamma 3 by 2 can be written as 3 by 2 into gamma 3 by 2. Again, gamma 3 by 2 can be written as 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2. So here, this gamma 1 by 2 and gamma 1 by 2. So this gamma 1 by 2 is equal to what? It is root pi. Correct? And then 1 upon 2, 3 by 2. And this, what is the gamma 3 by 2? It is 1 by 2. This is the value of gamma 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2 means this is 1 upon 2 root pi. So root pi and root pi will become pi. And then this 3 and 3 will cancel. So 1 upon 1 of pi upon what is the value? 6 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay. So 16 6 are 96. Okay. So this is the value of the integration. Okay. So now this is what? This is the, actually we are using the beta and gamma function. So everybody should learn the formula. This formula are very important. And with the help of this formula, we are able to find out what is the integration of how to evaluate the double integration when the limits are not provided. Let us take one more example. Evaluate integration of 1 upon x square plus y square over the region R with respect to x and y over the region. Region is given. What is the region? Region of integration is what? R is what it is. Y is greater than or equal to x square and x is greater than or equal to 1. So this is what it is, not the equation, it is inequality. Y is greater, y x square is equal to y is what? It is the parabola. It is the parabola. And x is equal to 1 is the line parallel to y-axis. So we will consider here, first we consider the equation of parabola and equation of line. Then we see what is greater than. X is greater than or equal to 1 means what? Suppose it is x is equal to 1. So the value of this part will be considered. Okay. And if y is greater than or equal to x square, what it means? The value, the point, we will take any point. Suppose we will take, let us take 1, 1. Suppose we are taking 1, 1. So the 1, 1 will what? 1 greater than or equal to 1. So this is true because 1 is equal to 1. So this parabola contains, suppose we write down the parabola like this. So this is the point 1, 1. So 1, 1 is on the parabola. Suppose we take 1, 2. 1, 2. So y is equal to 1. Sorry, y is equal to 2. So 2 is greater than or equal to 1. So this is also okay. So 1, 2 means what? This is the 1, 2. So this is what? Inside the, so what is this? This is inner part of the parabola. Inner part of the parabola is what? It is the y is greater than or equal to x square. So we have to first decide the reason. Okay, so here the area of integration is y is greater than or equal to x square and x is greater than or equal to 1. This gives us y is equal to x square and x is equal to 1. Hence x varies from x equal to 0 to x equal to infinity. And y varies from y is equal to x square to y is equal to infinity. Also we apply this formula here, then we are able to, because we have to integrate this part. Okay, so I think let us first draw the region area of integration, then it will be clear. Let us first draw it. Just look here, this is what, this is the line x is equal to 1, this is the parabola x square is equal to 1. So if you put x is equal to 1 over here, what is the value of y? It is 1. So this is the point 1, 1. Okay. The limit of x is what? Limit of x is, this is x axis and this is y axis. So the limit of what is given, x is greater than or equal to 1, y is greater than or equal to x square. So if you put y here, let us see here, if we draw the parabola, the minimum value of x is what? It is 0. The minimum value of x is 0 and maximum value of x will lie according to the parabola, like this, means infinity, goes to infinity. So that's why the minimum value of x is 0 and maximum value of x is up to infinity. Now what about the value of y? So the value of y is, if x equal to 0, suppose x is equal to 0, this is at this, what is the value of y? It is 0 also. The value of x is 0, the value of y is also 0. But now we know that since the limit of x is constant to constant, 1 to infinity we have already taken, definitely the limit of y will depends upon the limit of x. So what is over here? So what is the limit of x here? 0. Here what about this? So according to this parabola, the limit of y will be decided. So what is the value of, what is the equation of this parabola? It is x square equal to y. So what is the value of y over here? Y is equal to x square. So what is the lower limit of the x? It is y equal to x square. And what is the upper limit of y? Similarly, since the value of x is infinity, so when x tending to infinity, definitely y tending to infinity. So that's why the limit of y is infinity. So the limit of x is 1 to, okay, sorry, limit of x is not 0 to x, it is 1 to infinity. Why? Because just look here, just a minute. Since this is the point 1, 1. Okay, now what is the common area? Common area is what? It is the x is greater than or equal to 1. The value of x is what? It is a positive, x is greater than or equal to 1, this part, and the parabola part. Okay. So now what is the common region? This is the common area of integration. This is the area of integration. So in this area of integration, what is the minimum value of x? It is 1. Minimum value of x is 1 and the maximum value of x is to infinity. Similarly, what is the minimum value of y? Clearly here the value of y is 1. But what about the parabola? If we go according to the parabola, the value of y, because the value of y increasing from this to this direction, value of x increases from this to this direction. So the minimum value of x is 1 and maximum value of x goes to infinity. Similarly, the minimum value of y is what? It is according to the parabola. When x equal to 1, then y is equal to 1. And what is this? Its value when this goes to infinity, the value of y also goes to infinity. So clearly here the limit of x is equal to 1. This is not correct. It is x is equal to 1 to x is equal to infinity. And this is correct. Here it is written correctly. And then y from x square to infinity. Okay. So now let us first look here. Since the first limit is function of x, so we have to integrate with respect to x. So what is the integration of 1 upon x square plus y square? So here we consider that y square is equal to what? Y is the variable and x square is the constant. So let us write x square is equal to, can we write x square is x square whole square plus y square and whole upon this 1 upon x square plus y square. So if you want to integrate it, if we apply this formula, what is the integration of this? It is 1 upon a tan inverse of x upon a. So a is equal to what? What is the value of a? It is x square. So we write down 1 upon x square tan inverse of y by x square, because x is equal to y over here and a is equal to x square, and under the limit x square to infinity. X square equal to x square to infinity. So let us put the limit over here, if you put the limit, what will happen? X is equal to infinity. If you put x is equal y is equal to infinity, 1 upon x square is constant. We have taken outside. What is the value of y? It is infinity. We have substituted infinity. And in the part lower limit, what is the lower limit? It is x square. So let us put y is equal to x square. X square and x square will cancel. And tan inverse of infinity is tan inverse of infinity. Infinity of something is infinity. And it is x will cancel tan inverse of 1. Okay. So what is the tan inverse of infinity? It is pi by 2 and tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So let us go to the next step. What is the next step? Tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2 and tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So what is pi by 2 minus pi by 4? Pi by 2 minus pi by 4 is equal to 2 pi minus pi upon 4, means pi by 4. So that this value is what? It is pi by 4. So 0 to 1 to infinity. Limit is what? It is x is equal to 1 to x is equal to infinity. And then 2 pi minus pi by 4 with respect to x. So this will become pi by 4. We have taken this pi by 4 outside. What is the integration of 1 upon x square? So x to the power minus 2 dx. And how we can write it? X to the power minus 2 plus 1 and minus 2 plus 1. So this is what it is. X to the power minus 1 upon minus 1 means minus 1 upon x. This is the integration of the 1 upon x square. So minus 1 upon x is the integration of 1 upon x square. If you put the limit, if you put the upper limit, so 1 upon infinity is 0. Minus pi by 4, we have taken minus an outside. 1 upon infinity minus 1 upon 1. So 1 upon infinity is 0. So minus pi by 4, 0 minus 1. So this minus and minus will become plus and we are getting pi by 4. So the value of this integral is pi by 4. Okay, so therefore the double integration of 1 upon x to the power 4 plus y to the power 4 with respect to x and y is equal to pi by 4. Similarly, we can also take the example number 3. I won't discuss much more about it. Let us take very in the shortcut method. So here again, the area of integration is what? Limit of the integration is not given. Only reason is given. X is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 to y equal to 0 and x plus y is equal to 1. These three things are given. The minimum value of x and y are 0 and x and y are related to x plus y is equal to 1. So now this is what, if we draw this, this is x equal to 0 means what? This is y equal to 0. This is x equal to 0. And this is the line x plus y plus equal to 1. Okay. So now here, this is the area of integration. This is the area of integration. Okay. So here the area of integration is x equal to 0, y equal to 0 and x plus y equal to 1. This gives us y is equal to 1. So now from this equation, what is the value of y? It is 1 minus x. Hence x varies from x equal to 0 to x equal to 1. If you put y equal to 0, what is the value of x? It is 1. So the minimum value of x is x equal to 0. Maximum value of x is equal to 1. And y varies from what is the minimum value of y? According to this, if we consider this in the area of integration, y is equal to 0. And what is the maximum value of y? It is depending upon the value of x. So y is equal to 1 minus x. So what is I? I is equal to integration under the limit over r root over xy into 1 minus x minus y with respect to x and y. Okay. So limit of y is y equal to 0 to 1 minus x. Limit of x is 0 to 1. Okay. Now root of xy. Root of xy is written as, we have taken root x outside. So we have taken root like this. And root of y 1 minus x minus y dy dx. Okay. So again, what we have to do over here? Can we write root of y is what it is? Root of x means x to the power 1 by 2. Root of y means 1 by 2. And 1 minus x minus y whole to the power 1 by 2. Now let us put y is equal to 1 minus x into t, because here we have to integrate with respect to y. So we consider x is constant. So let us put here y is equal to 1 minus xt. So what is dy? Dy is equal to 1 minus x dt. And what about the limit? What about the limit? Just look here. If y is equal to 0, this is the value of y and this is t. When y equal to 0, what about this y is 0? Then definitely t is 0. And if y is equal to 1 minus x, y is equal to 1 minus x, this is what? 1 minus x is equal to 1 minus x into t. So this will cancel. What we are getting, t is equal to 1. So t equal to 1. So here, when if y tending to 0, then t tending to 0, and y tending to 1 minus x, then t tending to 1. Hence, I is equal to 0 to 1, x to the power 1 by 2, this one. And this is what it is, 0 to 1, limit is 0 to 1. 1 minus x t whole to the power 1 by 2, this is the value of y. And again 1 minus x, this 1 minus x, minus, what is the value of y? It is 1 minus x times of t whole to the power 1 by 2. And what is dx? Dy is equal to 1 minus x dt. So this is the area of integration. We'll discuss about it. This region is the area of integration. Okay. Now we have written the same thing. Let us come to the next part. Just look here, we have taken x minus 1 to the power 1 by 2 outside. 1 minus x to the power 1 by 2, 1 minus x to the power 1 by 2, and 1 minus x to the power 1. So we have taken all these three in this place. So 1 minus x to the power 1 by 2, plus 1 by 2, and plus 1. Okay, so what is remaining over here? Here t to the power half is remaining. Here this is 1 minus, this is 1, and minus t whole to the power 1 by 2 written over here, dt dx. Okay, so again, how we can write it? T to the power half can be written as 3 by 2 minus 1, and t to the power half can be written as 3 to the 3 by 2 minus 1. So now this is nothing but a beta function. I think we know about it. Again, this can be written as x to the power 1 by 2, and 1 minus x, this plus 1 plus 1, 2. This will become 2. So 1 minus x whole square with respect to x. So it can be written as, again, x to the power 1 by 2 is 3 by 2 minus 1. X square can be written as 3 minus 1. So this is nothing but a beta of mn is equal to what? It is integration under the limit 0 to 1, t to the power m minus 1, and 1 minus t to the power n minus 1. This is the formula. We have already discussed about it. So if we apply this formula, what is this? Here, m is equal to 3 by 2, n is equal to 3. So it is what? Beta of 3 by 2, 3. Similarly here, this is 3 by 2 and it is also 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, 3 by 2. So here, if we write down this is gamma 3 by 2, because this is the formula. Beta of mn is equal to gamma m divided by gamma m plus n. So here it is gamma 3 by 2, gamma 3 by 2 plus 3. Similarly, it is what? Gamma 3 by 2 divided by gamma 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2. Again, we try to write down what is the value of, what is the gamma 3 by 2? It is 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2. And gamma 3 by 2, again, same thing is over here. Gamma 3 by 2 is 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2, 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2. And it is what? It is 9 by 2. So 9 by 2, this is 9 by 2, not 6 by 2, it is 9 by 2. Okay, so 9 by 2 can be written as, how to write 9 by 2? 9 by 2 is equal to gamma 7 by 2 plus 1. So it can be written as 7 by 2, gamma 7 by 2. Again, 7 by 2 can be written as gamma 5 by 2 plus 1. So it can be written as 7 by 2 into 5 by 2, gamma 5 by 2. Again, gamma 5 by 2 can be written as 3 by 2 plus 1. So 3 by 2 plus 1 can be written as 7 by 2 into 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2 plus 1. Okay, so it is what? It is again. So that's why it is written as 7 by 2, 5 by 2, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, and root gamma 1 by 2. So just look here. this gamma 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2 will be cancelled. And gamma 3 means what? It is 2 factorial. Gamma 3 means it is 2 factorial, but now there is a gamma 3, there's again gamma 3. This will cancel because it is gamma 6 by, this is 6 by 2. This is the second part. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 upon 2. So this is what? This is gamma 3. So gamma 3 and gamma 3 will cancel. This and this will cancel. And what we are getting, next point is, so what is remaining over here? So remaining is what? Gamma 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2. It is what? It is root pi into root pi. So this is pi. And again, this 2 will go outside in the numerator. This 2 will goes to numerator. So this will become 2 pi. And then what is the multiplication of 7 into 5 into 3 into, okay, into 1. So what is this? 7 5s are 35 into 3 is 105. This is our answer. Okay, so now this time in this manner we are able to solve the double integration when the limits are not provided, only the area of integration or region is given. So similarly, we have another some examples. So everybody has to try to solve such these examples. Same thing is over here, over the positive quadrant of the circle. So what is the limit of x? X equal to 0 to x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0 to y is equal to root over 1 minus x square, like this. Okay, over the region bounded by x equal to 0, y equal to x square, x plus y equal to 2. So the here if we are putting x equal to 0, what is the value of, if y is 0, the x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2, and y is equal to what? It is 2 minus x to x square, or it may be x square to 2 minus x. Okay. Similarly, in this manner, if we take this example, what I says 0 1 1 1 and 1 2, like that. So now in this manner you are able to solve these examples.